I'm being serious. We would not find it funny. Transportation costs will increase, food costs will increase, a lot of things will increase, and already it's difficult for people to get by. And I don't know if such an increment is welcomed in Vivish, but I'd like to get your thoughts on that one. I've spent so much time, looking at that big story. But my next big story is something that has been trending. Someone just corrected me and said it's not 700 naira. It bought for 725 naira per litre. So I'm just going to open the WhatsApp because I got a notification on WhatsApp platform. And this one says, please, Mr. Canada, it is 725 naira per litre, not 700 naira. So as at yesterday, I guess it was 700 naira. As at today, 25 naira has added on top of it. And these are the issues. And I don't want things like this to happen. It's not like I have a say. But when things like this happen, it affects almost everything: transportation, food, the cost of services, the cost of almost everything. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that one. My final big story has been trending since early this morning, and it is because some of the newspapers like the Punch, like the cable online platform, carried the story that the CBN has banned Opay, Palmpay, others from opening new accounts. I think we also carried it in our in-house bulletin this morning. So what that means is this financial tech companies, fintech as it is popularly called, can no longer get new customers into their system or into their database. All they're going to do is they're going to maintain their current customer base. They're going to continue servicing their current customer base, and they're not going to take new customers. Now, it's not official. According to the Punch newspaper report, if you read through, the CBN has not made an official statement just yet. But because, the memos were sent to these fintechs, somehow it's leaked into the media, or it leaks to the media. And some of these, these banks, these fintech banks were interviewed by the Punch and I think some other newspapers. And they were told that some said it's because of know your customer policy. Remember, the CBN has been very heavy on that recently, and banks, even the commercial banks, the traditional banks, have been very strict with the know your customer policy. Reason is we've seen fraudulent activities in banks, the number increase in recent times, and I do think we talked about it sometime this year, was it last year, how fraudulent activities in banks have increased in recent times. And there is the argument that it is easy for a fraudulent person to use, some of these fintech banks to be able to conduct or perpetrate fraudulent activities, financial fraudulent activities. Now, it's caused a debate on social media. Some people are saying it's easier, to have some of these, easier a banking service if you're using some of these fintech companies like MoneyPoint, like Opay, like Kuda. Some people are saying a lot of the populace are now using, these banks, and that's why government is looking at trying to restrict. There are a lot of comments on social media. However, from what I read on the Punch newspaper, it's most likely attached to fraudulent activities. However, you must have also seen the report that the CBN got an order from a court to freeze more than 1,000 bank accounts. Majority of those bank accounts are the traditional banks. Just a few account names or account numbers or details were related to fintechs. So I don't know. Talk about corruption. When we know the details, we've seen the data, and we know that corruption happens more with I wouldn't say more, but we've seen the corruption as well happens with traditional banks. And I want to throw this question out there. For those of you using fintechs, if you don't know what fintechs are, the likes of Opay, MoneyPoint, Kuda, is it Palmpay, you know all of those banks, right? For those of you using those banks, those online banks, do you feel safe using them? Have you ever been defrauded by someone using those banks? Because some people have argued that you can use any name, open the account. You don't even have to put your NIN. You don't have to put your BVN. And even though there is a limit of transfer or a limit of accepting just fee, you can do about 4, 5, 7 for that one. It's you get your thoughts. Yeah, people are getting really wild, cool, Boba. Right, thank you. So I'm 20 minutes top of the hour. Time for me to get your thoughts on the issue under review. I'd like to hear from you. 017-923-002, 081-923-0003, 081-923-0007. I call it again. 081-923-0002, 081-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp for WhatsApp messages 0809-0306416. You can send me a voice note. I think I can play that as well via WhatsApp 0809-0306416. All right. Thank you. On Facebook we're live, Nigerian for PH. On YouTube we're live, Nigerian for PH. And on X, we are active and interactive. Clinton calling from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Clinton.
Yeah, on the suspended lawmaker, unfortunately, there are no emotions in politics. There are no emotions in law. Those that did that carried out that action are being backed by a court injunction, unfortunately. So I don't know. The PDP and the National are really the reason why we are having this lingering crisis in Rivers State. And they have refused to settle the matter. So that man, for me, is suspended.
All right. So do you think he should, leave the PDP? I mean, he has a good ground for defection now. He's been suspended by his party.
That means he can defect now?
I'm thinking so. I mean, his party has pushed him away, so I'm guessing.
Since the political party suspended him, well, yeah. That's where I go.
Okay, all right.
On IPMAN saying that they have enough products in private depots, then why are we seeing this creeping hike in prices? Currently in Bori now, we are buying this product at 750 naira.
Okay.
So why are we having this increment in prices if there's enough product in the market? So I think they are not telling us the truth. The federal government must be sincere to Nigerians, because they told us before that the Port Harcourt refinery will operate by December. It did not. We are in April now, almost going to May. Yet the refinery is not working. Dangote have not started selling PMS. So I think that they should do well to ensure that all our refineries are operational. It also boosts the economy of the country.
All right.
That's very important. Then finally, I am not safe using anything Opay, Palmpay. Me, I'm not safe putting my money there.
Okay.
So I wonder the kind of heart people have to put money in that kind of account. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Clinton. I've got Andy from Rupoko. Andy, welcome. What is on your mind? I would love to hear from you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, let me go straight to the aspect of the fuel issues. And not quite long, not 20 minutes ago, I had to enter a filling station. I just bought at 690.
Okay. Well, in what area?
Yeah.
What area is that?
Kalada, the last time it was a program like this, the last scarcity that came. When people heard the particular place that people were buying cheap, the whole place was crowded. So I don't think I'll disclose that.
You don't. So are you being selfish, Andy? I thought we were a family.
No, not really. I'm not being selfish. I'm just trying to tell you the truth, because I know what we suffered after we called on air and had to say where we were and how we bought and the rest of them. The place was crowded. So that apart, I think the federal government is not trying to help us at all. Canada.
Okay.
It's just stories. The refinery like this, IPMAN will come, NMPC will come, this one and come, federal government will come and say some certain things. And I think they should be able to be watching themselves, because Nigerians are watching. We are wise, because you will not come and tell us something that the scarcity is just this and that, and at the end of the day, people begin to buy in exorbitant prices, and at the end of the day, expect us to believe you when you come and say some certain things. Then let me go straight to talk about Opay. Canada, people should be careful. You know, when NBA had issues here, I don't know if you know NBA. Yes, when they had issues, it was all of a sudden hearing news, rumor, they say it's rumor, this, that, and the rest of them. At the end of the day, it crashed.
But I hope you know.
Please.
Andy, sorry, I have to pause you. I hope you know that these banks are registered with the CBN, the fintechs. You know, for instance, Kuda is registered as a microfinance bank. Same, I believe, with Opay. I've not done my research on Opay, but Kuda is registered as a microfinance bank. So they register with the CBN. I hope you know that.
Canada,
yeah.
I don't know, we're in Nigeria when we heard of a particular bank that had issues and people's money were held. I don't know if you know.
All right.
We're in Nigeria. A bank.
A bank, you say.
But what we are talking about is a section of a particular company that is hosting this, that do not have offices, branches all over around Nigeria, except in Lagos. So what we are saying in essence is, well, I'm not saying they should not go ahead with it, but when it comes to the extent that it goes wrong, please don't say nobody advised.
All right, but you would agree.
Editing at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. But I don't know if you would agree with the fact that they have made banking very easy, way very easy. All you have to do is just go online. Susie from Irima. Susie, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
I agree with you.
I agree with you right back.
Well, I'm very certain that the online banking is a very smooth ride from my own experience.
Okay, all right.
Even while you're talking, I think I have some of my friends who are seated here with. Somebody's even talking about how he has transferred 3.something million into one of the online banking. And he said something that for me, that if it is on the regular banking, that money for what it is would have attracted, he mentioned a particular bank, would have attracted you going to that bank for verification and all of that. So, and I've also used money points and Opay. So I want to tell you, I've not had hit with them. In the most times I want to transfer money, how little it is, I use Opay myself.
But I hope you know, Susie, that why you have to go for traditional banks, why you have to go for verification is because there is the EFCC law, I believe. Is it the EFCC law? There is a law. There is a money laundering law that says you can't, for an individual, you can't transfer more than without, notifying the EFCC.
Even in the regular banking, these issues are there, which is why people like me opted for this online banking. Canada, what I'm seeing here is conspiracy theory. They bank. Canada, let me also tell you, the statutory bank, the traditional bank, so to say, is in those out. We have people transfer money from abroad into the bank. And these guys who are in Opay money took advantage of that particular one.
All right.
And they are providing the needed service. So these banks are not comfortable with this because these people are taking their customers. Now you are saying that the information given this morning is not official yet. So this is not even the first time they are talking on Opay and all of that.
All right.
Let me go to the other story.
Yeah, quickly, please, quickly.
The issue of the man that was suspended. Don't forget, before the BOT meeting, that we are not clamoring for the removal of Damagu. Riante and Co. Even Ugotieri, we are the 60 members of the House of Rep members who opted for the removal of Damagu. But hence that particular gimmick has failed. They are.
All right, I guess we have all the calls dropped at the same time. I think we have an issue with the phone lines. I don't know what it is. But someone just, Clinton to be precise, from Bori, just sent me a WhatsApp message. Opay public notice saying Opay remains committed to working closely with the Central Bank of Nigeria and other regulatory bodies to fight money laundering, financial activities. As a regulatory compliant institution, the company follows the rules set by the CBN and other regulators to ensure the financial system's integrity. To achieve this, we have closed non-compliant accounts, implemented strict security measures, and educated customers to help combat fraud. So, like I said earlier, as seen on the Punch newspaper, it is believed that the fraud, is one of the major reasons as to why, the ban on getting new customers subsists. I've got Felix, and Felix is calling from Port Harcourt. Felix, welcome. Okay, I think there is something wrong with the phone lines. I'm just going to stay with messages on WhatsApp. This one says, have they announced tomorrow as public holiday? Yes, they have. This one says, what I see in this Rivers political crisis is that the governor is God sent, but people who help him to be in power, I regret him because he's not playing the same political melody. He came to restore some political intimidation. That is why they have sworn to bring him and his government down. Onyewu Chia Stephen, thank you. This one says, on the suspended lawmaker in Andoni, I think if our top politicians in government are taking good care of their ward escrows, I don't think they will be disgraced in this manner. But because majority of the politicians, once they find themselves in the corridors of power, they no longer remember their primary constituents. From Hector. It is not quick teller that is powering Opay, Palmpay, etc. That is what happens all over the world. The conventional bank now all afraid of them for competition. He said nothing is wrong with Opay. I am one of the people that opened Opay when they came. They are even better than the conventional banking services. I'm in with that one. But I've got Mufasa from NTA Road. Mufasa, welcome. What is on your mind? Talk to me, please.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, let me first of all say that the purported suspension of the House of Reps member, Honorable Ambiante, for me, it's inconsequential. Let me also say that, you see, people are hell-bent to cause chaos in the state, and for me, it is completely unnecessary. And I also do not believe, that a caretaker committee has the locus to suspend any member. They have just 3 months to stay. So this is an exercise in futility. But I know that
Mufasa, when you say they don't have the right, then what does the caretaker committee do?
They have, it's a caretaker
because remember, committee. I'm sorry,
I don't want to go into the controversy surrounding the list
Mufasa
of that committee. Okay, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm very sure they don't even have local standing.
But Mufasa, let me come in here. Mufasa, you once upon a time called for the suspension of some people at the national, and of course they had an acting chairman. The acting chairman. Yeah, I'm listening.
Canada, there are processes to follow before you can even suspend a member of a party.
Okay.
What happens to what they call fair hearing?
Okay.
You just wake up one morning and you begin to suspend people just because you have, certain arrangements that you have been mandated to do. So that's why I said it is completely inconsequential. But let us not talk too much on that. I want to go to the statement that IPMAN said, that said they have enough products in the private depot. You see, Canada, IPMAN is saying something else. The New Pen band that your reporter interviewed is saying another thing else. I do not know what to call this government anymore. Will I call it a disaster or something? Because they said they have stopped paying subsidy. The other day, the former governor of Kaduna State came to tell us that they are even paying more, compared to what we were paying before for subsidy. And we are buying the price at an exorbitant rate. We're even experiencing scarcity.
Right.
I don't understand the kind of secrecy that they are using to run this government. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian populace, we are well within our right. It's our due and proper to know what is going on in government. If they are paying something, they should come out and tell us, let us go back to the old price regime. We are tired of this suffering and hardship we are passing through.
All right.
It is completely unacceptable, Canada.
All right. Then.
Seriously speaking.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. I've got to stop. Okay. I've got Ima. After Ima, I would have to read messages on Facebook. Ima, welcome. What is on your mind?
Canada, good evening.
Yes, welcome.
I want to. There was a good question you asked. You asked when will the scarcity of fuel stop operate in Nigeria?
Okay.
And I'm here to tell you that it will continue forever.
Okay.
Because there is no sincerity. Look at the information from the NNPCL that there was sufficient fuel. Then Canada, where did they keep it?
Logistic issues, they say. Logistics. They can't.
Where did they keep it?
Logistics. They can't seem to, distribute the petrol as a result of logistics.
And there are many filling stations that are closed because they don't have fuel. By tomorrow morning, they will also come with another baseless information. It's just contradictory information.
Okay.
To me, don't they sit down to think and see the level of sufferings and pains that people pass through? It's unfortunate.
All right then. Thank you very much, Ima from Rumokuta. Time for messages. Let's read messages on Facebook. And Samson Yoyo says, Wike is the problem of River State. Wisdom Joseph says, as long as Abiante suspension doesn't suspend a hike in fuel price, then concern me. And with respect to IPMAN's claims, there is high queue of petrol tankers trying to access petrol from the depot located at Iwofe, and this queue has been on for days now, so I don't believe IPMAN. And Wusu Courage Bobo says, PDP suspending federal lawmaker in River State. I see more suspension coming to the camp of the governor. I thought they said that the caretaker list in River State is fake. All right, interesting there. Let's go to WhatsApp. This one says, Wike and his group are busy chasing shadows while people are busy resigning from PDP because of them. Confidence Lebedim from Osuzuri Che. But I'm wondering why you people are calling Wike's name into this one, because think about it. PDP Ward is what did this, what did the suspension. Fintech banks have shown Nigerians how smooth and seamless banking processes can be. Instead of banning them from registering new customers, why not the CBN have a meeting with them and resolve any banking or compliance issues they have with them? When you use Opay for payment of your electricity bills, you receive your token in seconds. For DSTV subscription, your view comes up in seconds. What of cash transfers? It goes like the speed of light and the recipient receives the money in seconds. The federal government should encourage these fintech banks, not frustrating their efforts. Ilume, thank God. And this one says, inasmuch as the online banks help the masses, we cannot say that some illegal things are not going on there. They should allow the FCC to do their jobs. If the government knows that they will be playing politics with the Port Harcourt refinery, then they should stop promising us that it will work soon, because we are tired. Can't River State just go a day without political news? Why can't we just hear some developmental news, some spirit-lifting news? It is well. Churchill from Omagua. Churchill, by the way, talking about the government and their promises about the refinery, they came out today to say that Kaduna refinery will start operation by the end of December. Yeah. I mean, you heard it. You heard it right. Yeah, you heard it right. Good afternoon, Canada. When suspending the party member, ensure a fair process, clear communication, and due process, while also providing support for growth and rehabilitation. Regular review and evaluation for reinstatement. Suspension should address specific issues, not punish or ostracize. Divine favor from Rumi Bekwe. Okay. This one says, the suspension of the lawmaker in Andoni is a welcome development. Chief K, greetings. For me, Opay remains my number one banking. Other banks are after these online banking. Kelechi Onwebiko. Okay, this is good afternoon. Oba from Port Harcourt. Concerning the politically motivated suspension of one of the rep members by the enemies of River State, I have this to tell them. I must tell you for free that those against the government of Fubara have been conquered and assimilated by the voice of Rivers people. They do not even have an idea of who their real enemies are. They have been brainwashed into believing that Fubara is their enemy and they are set against themselves, not Fubara. But in the end, I guess you meant to say, by 2027 will justify the means whereby River State people will stand tall with Fubara to decide who leads them. Thank God we know them by their faces. Okay, all right, if you say so. This one says, I think, for me, my fintech bank has been reliable. I have not had any cause to be defrauded by them, but the right procedure of the CBN should be followed by the fintechs so that they will still have more customers. Also, they don't charge for cards and account maintenance. Please, they should leave them alone. Thank you, from Ikpakribo, thank you very much. Dr. Musty from Okrika says, I bought 750 naira yesterday at you called the name of the filling station by Refinery Junction. Very bad and utmostly unfortunate, you said. Utmostly. But let's see. Umebili Justice Godfrey says CBN should allow this fintech banks for crying out loud. Commercial banks are the ones punishing or pushing CBN to frustrate fintechs. We choose fintech now. We no go gree. And that's on Facebook. Macaulay Kerene West says Honorable Abante can never stand, and these Andoni people. I don't get that part. I think you meant suspension, right? Is this suspension you meant to say? And I can't seem to find the story. Oh, I can't seem to find the message on Facebook anymore, so I'm going to skip and go back to WhatsApp. It says, I prefer the online, you called a particular name to all the conventional banks put together, and then you called another bank's name, say delete them 2 times. Chisam from Omagua, thank you very much. But let's take this one. It says, good day. For cashless transactions and policies, fintech banks are the best and the way to go. SF Smart from Agri Estate, Port Harcourt. All right, thank you. This one says, on Saturday, I bought fuel at a particular filling station at Igboeche Junction in Elime for 750 naira. Yesterday, I bought at the same filling station for 780 naira. Today, the filling station has been shut down, just as many other filling stations in the city. Where is the supply, according to IPMAN? Now, they say Kaduna Refinery will start in December after deceiving people about Port Harcourt Refinery. I've never seen a country that leaders can lie like Nigerian leaders until they repent. Then go they explain tired John Peters with that one. It just says, oh my God, can you just imagine? They should just tell us that they will start building a new refinery in Abuja and it will work before October. Oh, Churchill from Margaret with that one. This one says, good day, Mr. Kalada Korubatibo. Suspension of a House of Representatives member is unnecessary and does not hold water. I, Owanate Clinton West, knows where the suspension is coming from, but their days are numbered in PDP. All right, thank you very much. This one says, it is a beautiful sunny day to rant about politics again in Rivers State. Ernest from OG. Ernest, you can't say we're ranting about politics today, can you? Because we're looking at the petrol situation, and I'm asking, what is the petrol situation like in your area? And we are also looking at fintech banks and, the ban from CBN saying they cannot take on new customers. And I'm asking, why is it? Is it that they have exceeded their capacity? Is it that indeed, what is going around, the reports going around that, the KYC, know your customer policy is not really being implemented by these banks? This is some of the things we're looking at, right? So Abiante is one of the, trending stories, but we have other things. So if you're talking for development, you can skip the other ones and look at... let's see. This one says, hard facts that Mr. Batsubo The purpose or the purported suspension of Honorable Abiante is illegal and unconstitutional. Section 36, subsection 1 of the extant Nigerian Constitution is very clear on fair hearing. Without fair hearing, all those exercises are in futility. But those who believe that they have captured our institution of state and manipulated it will never rest. But River State people will match them this time. Bene Mene Bene Opoko Kana LGA. All right, 0817-923-0003. I'll take one or two more calls and we call it a wrap. You could also add 0817-923-0007 to the call numbers. This one says, good day, presenter. Standing on that side of truth, of whose interest is this political bickering in River State? Is this bickering part of the good governance and quality leadership that we need to support the River State governor to achieve? Governance of every state around the globe is turn by turn, TBT. We should preach peace and practice peace than preach peace and practice war in River State. Governance is TBT, turn by turn, says Democracy. Oton Opara from Degema. And this one says, what happened to our e-Naira, please? They should allow this online banking to be instead of those traditional banks to emulate them. They're trying to tarnish their image, but it will not. But what if indeed they are not implementing the KYC policy as they should? I've got JJ. JJ is calling from Port Harcourt Township.
Canada, good evening.
Yeah, JJ, it's still afternoon. It's 4 minutes to,
what do I know?
to 4.
What do I know?
Welcome.
Many a times they tell us that once it's after 12 noon, anything can happen. What do I know?
Oh my goodness.
Canada, you remember when the issue of the PDP caretaker list came up? You remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Yes. Those who went to court to say, look, the list must stay, this is the purpose they are fighting for that list to stay. Because there was an agreement that, look, what we will do for the caretaker, all those that have left the party, all those that have resigned, and those that have died, don't replace them. Allow those that are there already to flow on.
All right.
But in the case of River State, it's like we are an island that can do whatever we do and do whatever and get away with it and get to court and just allow everything to just flow. Because you now have one man controlling the whole thing from Abuja, and people have come together to say, oh, a man that is leading you and representing you at the green chambers of the National Assembly, that you have suspended him just like that. What's his offense? Did you set up any committee to say, okay, let's investigate whatever allegations against him and all those put together? This is what they try to do from the beginning. That is why they said that list must stand at the end of the day.
All right.
But just like the proverbial monkey, whose tree are being cutting down, but was clapping for the best cutter, forgetting that that's where we sleep at night. I still wish the PDP well for now.
All right, JJ, thank you. My time is almost up. Obed from Port Harcourt, I was going to hear your thoughts, but unfortunately, I guess the connection has dropped, so it's lost. But it's time for the business updates. Constance Mega will bring you that. But I will be back in the studio and we would have a quality conversation, you and I. Just stay tuned. I'm Kalada Kurubata. But remember, you can follow me on social media, dkalada, TheKalada. Good afternoon. Just stay tuned.
Thrive in a fast-changing world.
Tune in to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Keep your dial locked.